Awesome, so we created our account and now we are ready to play. We can jump right into the action because we get a pre-made list that we can try in the arena. You start the game with the mulligan phase. In this phase, you can decide whether to keep your starting hand or get new cards. Keep in mind that if you want to redraw, you will get -1 card. Each player starts the game with 60 HP and based on who is going first gets 5 or 6 cards. Players on their own turn draw a card and do their actions of choice based on how many mana resources they can spend. Every card requires you to spend mana. It is stated with a number in the top right corner of the card. The first time you play a champion, it is unable to perform an attack if it's not stated with a keyword otherwise. You unlock 1 mana point every turn until you reach 9 mana. Unlocked mana refreshes every new turn. 2 players send their creatures to the battlefield, power them up by evolving them, and support their creatures with element type synergies in order to reduce the opponent's life points to 0. That's how you win in this game. Both you and your opponent have this little screen above your cards and you can follow some key informations here, like your hit points, how many cards you have in your hand, in your graveyard and in your deck. And there is a timer that you have for each round, 90 seconds to think about your game-winning moves. So the ultimate goal of the game is to slash away your opponent's hit points to 0. How you can maximize your winning chances is by taking advantage of the elemental bonuses, card evolutions, and keywords. So let's talk about them briefly. Keywords or abilities in ChampionsTCG are categorized into 33 different types. To let not go into details now, we can subcategorize them into buff keywords, damaging keywords, tempo keywords, and graveyard interaction keywords. Each ability features a different effect, casting type, and targeting option, which we will go into detail for them in a later video. Certain cards have evolutions that are being shown once you hover on them. These cards are stronger versions, and some may have different keywords. You can play these on the active cards which are already on the battlefield by placing them on top of them. This way, the evolved card will cost you only 1 mana and draw you a card. Elemental type synergies come into play with certain keywords such as Elemental Aegis or Elemental Protection, where the ability of the keyword scales with the amount of active same type element champions on the battlefield. You can also steal your opponent's cards with the Quantum Shift ability, raise your dead creatures from the graveyard back to the battlefield, but how to utilize those effects to the maximum is going to be part of another advanced guide video. In the background, we were watching a real game with the starter deck against Gilace, who is in the top 100 players on the leaderboard. This just proves that even with the starter deck, you're able to climb the ladders. Crack open some packs that you can get by joining Discord, and follow us in the next video where I'll show you how you can buy gems and with them buy new cards.